business. In fact, many people approach me to look at other businesses. My answer has always been the same. The Lord led us to NeoLife, and we will be NeoLife until the end of our days. So I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening. So today I have two things I want to discuss with you. The first one is to increase your sales. In fact, this idea came to me on Tuesday. We had our small recognition team, and a friend of mine from Nairobi called Fred Gichuki gave a very short but very, very useful tips on how to increase your sales. So, Fred, if you'd allow me, I'll piggyback on what you said, because I think it's very important not only to do our monthly target sales, but also to increase our sales. So without further ado, I would like to share a few ideas with you. First of all, let's get to the basics, how we retail products. Retailing products simply means we address the needs of people who need our products. That's what it really means. But how do we do it? There are a few things that are important. First one is the product knowledge. We need to know what the products do. And if you know what the products do, it becomes easier for us to recommend the products. Remember that our goal is to solve people's problems, either health problems through our nutritional supplements, or to have a clean environment through our home care products, or to take good care of our skin through the nutrients products. So you need to have a good idea of what each range of products do. So the first thing is product knowledge. You get product knowledge by attending training, for example, like this one you've just had, or read your product catalog. In fact, the product catalog has a ton of information about our products. Read through it. Take time. For example, this week, take time and just read about the nutrients organics. Next week, take time and read about the home care products. The week after, take time and read about a healthy heart or immune support or cellular nutrition, so that as you go along, you're getting deeper and deeper knowledge about our products. Why is it important to have knowledge about our product? Because it is easy to solve people's problems when they approach you for advice. So first step is product knowledge. Second step, listening to customers. Listening to customers simply means you need to listen beyond what people actually say. For example, a friend of yours is sitting in a matatu or in a taxi or in the bus, or you're sitting in the bank, or you're sitting in whatever it is, a public place, and they start telling you, I'm feeling tired today. That should be a cue for you to start a conversation. Don't jump and tell them, if you're feeling tired, I've got a product for you called Trianen. No. Ask another question. Oh, how long have you been feeling this way? Then they will tell you, how is your sleeping pattern? Do you sleep on time, or do you sleep late, or what? And the reason you ask these questions, you ask what is called open-ended question. That means a question that does not require a one-word answer, a question that requires them to explain. When you ask a question like, how long has this been going on? They're likely to tell you, this has gone on for about a month or two, or no, yesterday I slept very late, or something like that. Next thing, how is your diet? You see, when you ask somebody how is your diet, they cannot give you a one-word answer. They will explain to you what they eat. They will explain to you what time they eat. Then, slowly by slowly, you're actually gathering information for you to be able to recommend the product. If they say, no, but I have enough sleep, I go to bed at 10 and I wake up at 6:30, that's enough hours for good rest. And then the stress levels, are you having challenges at your place of work? What's going on? Based on the information, you keep asking the question until they reveal to you what is their true situation. So when they have revealed to you your true situation is when you can ask, by the way, I had this challenge before of feeling tired, or A friend of mine used to feel very tired, and they had a similar situation like yourself. And there's a product they started using called Tree and Nen, and it really helped their energy level. Or omega-3, which is a product that really helps to stabilize blood pressure and improve the joint movement. So you link our products with their situation, but a very important thing is ask the right question. Listen to customers and then suggest the product that they need to alleviate their problems. They may want to know, is this a drug? The answer, of course, is no. And explain the difference between pharmaceutical drugs and NeoLife health supplement. Very simple difference. One comes from organic or food source, the other one are synthetic pharmaceutical base. Big difference. One, you need a prescription. Our product, you don't need any prescription. Okay? So meet our customers' needs with the right recommended product, and that comes from product knowledge and then comes from listening to what they talk about. Then keep in touch with them on a regular basis. If they order products today, in 2 weeks' time or a week's time, call and find out how they're doing. Get to know who your customer is, birth dates, their families, are they a small family, a big family? All that information helps you to get in touch, helps you to find a reason to get in touch with your customers. The second part of retailing product is customer care. Treat your customers with kindness and enthusiasm, ask questions and listen, keep very simple records. And then literature, where literature flows, products will eventually flow. A very important thing, it may look minor, is smile. You know, when you smile and you're speaking to someone on the phone, they can actually tell whether you're smiling or scowling, just from the tone of your voice. Okay? And then use your customer's name quite often. Let me get to the things I picked up that Fred was talking about. If you want to actually increase your personal PV or the products, first, it's important to realize that it's easier to sell to an existing customer than to get a new one. Why? Because a new customer, first, you need to get to know the customer. Number two, you need to listen to their needs and also sell the benefits of our products, and then get the customer to actually buy. That takes more time and effort than speaking to an existing customer. So first of all, go through the list of your existing customers. Find out from them when they need to get more products, the details about themselves. And then call your existing customers. Now, let's say this month in March, you want to increase your PV by 50% or even double. Call your existing customers, the customers who bought products from you last month. Call them and find out how they are doing, and then offer them an incentives. For example, if I'm selling a product to Kumalo, I called Kumalo and said, Kumalo, I really appreciate your patronage. Last month you bought some products for me. This month I have a special incentives for you. If you give me referrals and somebody buys a product from us, we will give you a discount on your next order. Something like that. Offer an incentive for your customer to refer you to new customers. Ask each customer at least 5 referrals. From the 5 referrals, 1 or 2 are likely to actually listen to you and maybe buy a product. So those are simple ideas to help you increase your sales by taking advantage of your current list of customers. And then keep your customer register. Very simple records of who your customer is, what they bought, their birthday. Those small things will help you to sell more products to your customers. And then every morning, tell yourself, today I'm going to sell products to a new customer. Today I'm going to sell new products, a new range of products to my existing customer. If you keep telling yourself that, you will find ways to actually sell more products to your customer. So those are the few ideas I wanted to share with you on not only how to retail products, but also how to increase the volume of products that you're going to sell during the month. The next thing I wanted to share with you is the compensation plan. Why is this important? It's important for us to understand what the compensation plan is, because the compensation plan helps us to grow our business. To understand it helps you to plan how to take your step. Let's go back to the first. Let's talk about the different steps. First, when you join as a distributor, if you reach 250 PV, you qualify for 3% bonus. Manager, you reach 500 is 5%. Senior managers, 1,000 PV, 10%. Executive managers, 15%, 2,000 PV. 3,000 PV is 20, then 4,000 PV is 25% volume. That's a director volume. But it's very important to understand how the bonuses are calculated, because when you look at a PV of 4,000, then you may assume that 25% of the entire volume will go to you. No, there is a structured way in which this is calculated. Let me share that with you in this calculation. Okay, let me see the senior manager profit illustration. You've done 250 personal PV. A, B, C, and D have done 250 personal PV each. So you become a senior manager and your total volume is 1,200 QPV. How much bonus do you get? This is how it is calculated. A has earned 250 QPV and they qualify at 3% sales volume bonus. What does that mean? That of the 10%, 7% is what you have earned to make the 10%. C is part of your downline, but in total, they've done 500 QPV. So they get 5% sales volume bonus. The balance, which is 5%, is what is paid to you. Okay? And then B has done 250 QPV. They've earned 3%. The balance is 7%. That is what you have earned. So it is a very structured and fair system that each distributor is paid according to the effort they make. Remember, if you are the sponsor, you need to have taken time to help your downline actually achieve the level they have achieved. That's why you're compensated. That's why it's called compensation plan. You're compensated by the company because of the volume you have created in your business. So if your downline earns 3% and your total volume has reached 10% bonus bracket, you've only earned or are paid the 7%, which is 10 minus 3%. That's very important to understand. But remember, the key is to keep building different people in the business. If you build your business to director level, your total volume or your total bonus percentage is 25%. At 25%, your bonus is roughly $10,000 per year in terms of incentives. All right. So that is what our compensation plan is. So this is the sales volume bonus, depending on the volume of your business. Let me go back and also explain to you what the World Team qualification chart. Where should be our goal? Our goal is eventually to get to 5 diamond. But in order to get to 5 diamond, we need to sponsor and help at least 18 legs to become directors, sustained for 3 months, and your total volume is 500,000. Okay? Let's go to the start of the World Team qualification. SAFA director, you need 1 director leg and 10,000 PV. 1 ruby is 3 director legs, 20,000 PV. 2 Ruby, 4 director legs, 30,000 PV. 3 Ruby, 5 director legs, 50,000 PV. That is the wild team. Then the president's team is from 4 Ruby and above. Okay? The calculation of bonuses at president's team member is also determined by the number of people in your team who are also president's team member. For example, if you're a president team member and you've got some, if you're a wild team member, you're paid an additional bonus apart from the sales volume bonus. You're paid leadership development bonus for developing directors in your team. If you're a Sapphire director, you're the first level director, you're paid 6%, second level director 4%, third level director 4%. That's how it is calculated. So when you get your check at the end of the month, go and check the bonus calculation. It will show you very clearly what percentage of bonus you're going to get. So director, first level 5, second level 2, third level 1%. These are director levels, not distributor level, director volume levels. Okay, so it goes from director to 4 Ruby. 4 Ruby is 6% first level, 4% second level, 4% third level. So I would recommend to you go back to your compensation plan document and read what this means. Let me give you another bonus that, in fact, you will notice that when people jump from one team member to president's team member, their bonus jumps dramatically because of this. It's called network development bonus chart. For example, for Ruby, in your own team, you're paid 0.5% of your total volume. Even if somebody is 20, 30, 40, 50 levels deep, you're paid 0.5%. If you have another 4 Ruby in your group, you're paid 0.5%. Let me give you another example. You're a 2 diamond director, and in your own team, that is everybody in your team who is not a president's team member, you are paid 3% of your entire volume. It doesn't matter how deep they are. If you have a 4 Ruby director in your group, in that group, you're earning 2.5% of their business volume. 5 Ruby, you earn 2%. 1 diamond, you earn 1%. 2 diamond to 5, you earn 0.5%. These percentages look small, but think about this. You are talking about your entire team, whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50 levels deep. That is what it means. A network development bonus, the bonus jumps when you get to the president's team members because the compensation plan calculates for you for your entire team. Okay, so these are just some ideas to alert you on what this business is very, very well paying. Speak to anybody who has reached a world team or president's team member. They will give you an idea of how much money they earn. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, those are the few ideas I wanted to take time and share with you. If you're new in the business, go to your compensation plan document, read through it. If you don't understand anything, speak to your director or world team member to explain to you what that means. This is just there are other payments in the business structures which are not here. They're called incentives. There's a difference between the two. Compensation plan, the company is legally bound to pay you. They have to pay you what you achieve. Incentive is over and above the compensation plan, which changes from time to time. You will notice that every year or every 6 months or every quarter, the company announces incentives. These incentives are over and above the compensation plan, and they're there to help us to give us motivation and incentive to build a better business. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending time with Betty and myself, and we hope that what we've shared will help you grow your business. So there's this forum, many people are attending from East Africa, some West, some Southern Africa. I would like those people who are in Southern Africa to remain for a few minutes. We want to discuss for you an event that is coming in June from the 12th to the 14th of June called the Weekend Function in Bloemfontein. So all those distributors who are in Southern Africa, that is the South Africa, Lesotho, Botswana, if you're in those countries, please remain for a few minutes. I want to give one of my friends some 5 minutes to explain to you the arrangements that we have made for attending the function in Bloemfontein. Harman, let me just make you a host so that you can unmute yourself and give us an idea of what has been planned. Harman, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Pascal?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thanks, Pascal. Thanks, everybody, for on the call. The weekend function in Bloemfontein. We will be leaving the bus. Will be leaving from Emperor's Palace, and the bus will leave on the morning of the 12th at 8:30. Your cars will be safely parked at Emperor's Palace, so it's not a problem. And then I want to come to the accommodation and your things. Accommodation with your transport cost, we don't know yet, we can't tell you that. The accommodation cost plus the breakfast is going to cost you 1,000 rand per person. So what we're going to do is we are going to I did create a group today. I put you on the Pascal. I did put you on the group as well. I think you saw that. So I'm going to put it on the group what the amount is for per person, and then everybody can do. When they want to do a deposit into that account, they can just let us know that we can know who deposits money, who doesn't deposit money, because no person will get on the bus if he's paid not, even he's not paid in full. So, but for the fuel, for the transport, we don't know yet because we don't know where the fuel situation. You guys just bear with us till we have some more clarity on that. And that's basically all, Pascal.
All right, thank you very much. Those of you who are in Southern Africa, let me tell you about the weekend function. The first one I attended is what really made the difference for Betty and myself. Because in that meeting, I saw Charlie Bolton for the very first time. My sponsor at that time was Johannes van Eden. He had just become a 3Ruby director. And what I saw blew my mind. And that's what really pushed the business for us. So if you're in Southern Africa, do everything you can to make sure you attend the weekend function in Bloemfontein. All right, Herman, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Pascal. Thanks for giving me the time. I appreciate that.
Thanks.